We're back here this evening on the Box Score. We're coming to you from Crump Paris Park. We're set to talk some Smith County soccer. Before we do, let's introduce you to the senior class of the Lady Owl Soccer program.
I'm Natasha Reeves, and I'm a right wing.
I'm Avery Schoolfield, and I'm a center back.
I'm Delaney Eldred, and I'm a striker.
I'm Carly Sue, and I'm an outside back.
I'm Kristen Shoulders, and I'm a center back.
I'm Samantha Lewis, and I'm a midfielder.
I'm Sarah Shoffers, and I'm an outside back.
I'm Alyssa West, and I'm a midfielder.
I'm Cheyenne Newton, and I'm an outside back.
I'm Maya Harrelson, and I'm attacking mid.
I'm Kayla Starling, and I'm a goalkeeper.
They've had the opportunity to meet the senior class in its entirety. Let's meet the two captains for the Smith County Lady Owls. Ladies, go ahead and tell us your name.
I'm Samantha Lewis.
And I'm Kristen Shoulders.
Samantha, we'll start off with you, this being your senior season. How special is that for you? And a little bit, I guess, how sad is it for you that it's your last season of soccer?
Well, I've played soccer for 12 years, and it's really sad to me that it's coming to an end, but I'm really happy with the way it's gone so far.
Kristen, you talk about a little bit the camaraderie of this team. I believe there's 11 seniors on this team, and I'm sure a lot of y'all have grown up together. What's that kind of like for this team?
Well, we always have a good time, and we all get together really well. We really work well together.
All right, we're about to get Coach Bussell out here to talk about the team as a whole, but before I do, what's the ultimate goal for the Smith County Lady Owls before this season's over?
We would like to win district and continue on to go to regions and then go to state.
Okay, Samantha, you want to add anything to that?
I think Kristen pretty much summed it up. We just want to go as far as we can this year.
All right, well, let's go Lady Owls. Coach Nicholus Bussell of the Smith County Lady Owls here with us on the Box Score. Coach, good to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me. I was glad to see you come out and get us out here.
You and the Lady Owls have had a fantastic season, coming off a great 2017 campaign, district championship a year ago. Regular season district champions this year, 7-0 in district play, 10-3-1 overall, I believe. Tell us about this team this year and how special this season has been.
It's been a very special season. We came in last year. We put in our system, and they really came through us. We had some junior leadership that helped a lot. We had good seniors last year that led us to the place we got to last year. But this junior class is very special to me. I've coached for a long time. I coached them when they were little kids, actually, over here at the other park below us here. And they're a special group. They play well together. They work hard. And they really bought into the system. So with our senior leadership, we've gained a lot of experience and played really well through that.
Coach, one thing I want to ask you about, you did win district last year, and sometimes it's hard to come back and repeat, to keep that same mentality, that same focus. Did you have any issue with that with this team, or is this a team that came back hungry, wanting more and more for this season?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think that they came out last year, we set a bar of we wanted to be the district championships. We wanted to make history. It's never been done on the boys or girls side, and we set that bar and we achieved it. And last year we did really well with that, and we won our games, and they really bought in. This season we came in and I said, girls, at the beginning of the season, I want you to look up and look at our banner right there. That's where we want to at least be. That's our small goal, our small goal for this year. And our larger goal is to keep going further and going to state and regions, of course, with that. And they really bought in. I told them I was going to push them harder this year. We were going to do some things differently at practice and keep growing as a team. And they really bought in. They did that, and it really showed this year so far. And we're going to keep going and hopefully go as far as we can.
You talked about setting goals, breaking records, doing things like that. This is still a relatively new program, but you're having some success that this program has not experienced before in the past. Do you think this is a start? I hate to say a building block because you've been building up to this point, but do you think this is the start of maybe something big for future Smith County Lady Owl programs?
I do. I think it starts here. My middle school program, I come to their games. The girls try to come every now and then, and they see that. They see that we're creating something here. They're buying in. That was the big push last year, is to buy into my system. I do a lot of things differently, and it's paid off. They really bought in. And it starts at the middle school and your freshman class. You really got to get those girls involved and push them through practice, and they really have done that. We've set a high bar. I have a high standard. They have a high standard. These seniors said, hey, we want to go to regions. We want to go to state. That was our goal, and they've worked towards that. They push each other in practice. They push the freshmen. Everybody's wanting to get better. So, yes, I think this has been a great building block to success. We're going to lose a lot this year. We got 11 seniors, but I think we're going to keep being competitive no matter what, just by that success.
Let's talk about the Lady Owls on the field and maybe some players that have really stood out this year. Strengths of this team, and as you go into the postseason, things that maybe still concern you a little bit.
One of the biggest things that I would have to say is our strength is our defense and our goalkeeper situation. We have a all-senior defensive line. It's a back four. We have one of our captains, Kristen Schoders, which you already talked about. She runs that thing. She is very competitive. She reads the game so well. She's been in my, I've coached her when I was an assistant and then a head coach. I stayed with her nonstop, and we break down plays, and she leads that defense now. And Kayla Starling, she came out last year. I recruited her, and she's a heck of a goalkeeper for somebody who's never played before for a long time. She was a little kid, of course, and played, but to come out, as a junior and show out, as much as she saved us a lot. Our offense is a big contributor to our success. You got to score goals to win ball games. So we have a up-tempo, well-balanced attack. You never know where it's coming from. We have a lot of seniors who play in that. Samantha Lewis and Maya Harrelson, they're our attacking mid and holding mid. Everything goes through them. They're the quarterback. We move the ball around really well up top. We got a junior striker, and she's a dominating force up there, Caitlin Patterson. And, this team, we got a lot of seniors, but that's good. You work towards this, for 3 or 4 years, and they're the backbone to this, really. All my seniors are great leaders. I could talk about them all day about it, but they really pushed each other, and on the field they're making sure they're playing for the next person.
Right.
And that's what you always ask for as a coach, is to get them all together, play as one team, and go out there. Even if you're not the best team out there, put as much effort as you can. And that was one thing we really pushed this year. My seniors really wanted to push to the younger classmen and everybody on the field is, if we put a lot of effort into something, we're going to win a lot of ball games.
Right. Next, let's talk about the postseason. The district tournament, I believe, is coming up next week. The goal, of course, you want to win that district championship again. But looking ahead to that, what do you think this team can achieve before the end of the season?
I think we can go even further. I think we can win the district championship and go really far in the region. Our district has some great competitors in it. We play outside our district, even harder schools. We play bigger schools to make sure that we are always pushing ourselves a little bit. And I think we can achieve a lot. One of our biggest games was at DeKalb, and me and you talked about this before.
Right.
There's videos of me, you probably saw it, me jumping up and down on the sideline. And the reason I really bring that game up and I talk about it all the time is I saw something I never saw before. We played as one team, and even though at some spots we're a little weaker than they were, as any good game is, we played together, and we gave as much effort as we could. And it was so exciting because, DeKalb's always been a big rival of Smith County, especially in soccer. And when they came out there and won that game, they were tickled to death. They played as a great group, and that was a game that I thought, we didn't have that last year. And I think that's sort of going to be a building block to our success next year, or this year, excuse me, to get over those hurdles that we had of playing in some big games that, you just got to go out there and play to your fullest potential, and you come out with a little more heart than the other team, and you'll win those ball games.
Let's talk about, last thing here, the legacy of this senior class, 11 seniors on this Lady Owl class. Talk about their legacy, what they're going to leave for Smith County Lady Owl Soccer, and in addition to that, the kind of examples and role models they've been for the younger players coming up.
I can't brag about these seniors. They've been with me for a long time. I've had them in school. I've coached a lot of them when they were little, 4-year-olds out there at the rec league, and they, and I've stayed with them. So it was a tremendous honor when I was, interviewed and got the job to be the head coach for the girls team. These seniors are very special to me. They're leaving back a great legacy. Last year they didn't take anybody's leadership, but they contributed a lot. Some of them, that, especially our captains, contributed a lot last year to our success because they are just born leaders.
Right.
And they're extremely smart. A lot of them are in dual enrollment now, and those girls see that. They see that they're already achieving more than most in high schools are, and they're leaving back so much knowledge. A lot of my seniors during practice, we're swapping out defensive lines or something, Avery Schoolfield, Sarah Schaefer's, Cheyenne Newton, and Kristen, get over there with the younger, girls and say, all right, coach told you this, but here's some things to help and look for. And that goes back to my midfielder seniors too, Maya and Sam and some others. They contribute a lot to our younger players. They just say, here's what you need to look for, let's run that. And that's I love seeing that as a coach because that's going to make a lasting impact on those younger girls, and it's building my program.
Right.
It just tickles me to death to see that, so I'm really proud of them.
Well, Coach, we're proud of the program and what you've done in Smith County last year, this year. Looking forward to a district championship back here in Carthage again this year, and I know a lot of success is on the horizon for the Lady Owls in the future. So, Coach, thanks for joining us. Look forward to talking to you again in the future.
I appreciate it. Thank you again.
Coach Nicholus Bussell, the head coach of the Smith County Lady Owl Soccer program, joining us here on the Box Score. We'll be back with more right after this.